There's been also some reports about misuse of funds by certain agencies.
Right.
For instance, the Educational Cooperative, Worcester Sheriff Office, although they are doing something about it.
Right. Right.
When you are elected, are there measures that are not already in place that you could put in place to prevent such misuse of funds, of public funds?
Well, the rules that agencies are supposed to follow are set forth either in the law or they're rules that come from the state comptroller. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to need to be there for a little while to see what other kinds of tools that I might think we need in order to do a better job. So, off the top of my head, I can't think of things that need to be put in place preventively right now. But I'm sure that I'll find some.
You do a lot of work in the community.
Yes, I do.
Could you tell the audience the other work that you do apart from running for state office? Sure. Because I am sure you do a lot of other work. Sure.
I've always been engaged in different kinds of social service work as a volunteer. Years ago, I worked with my husband on programs for Project Bread, which runs the Walk for Hunger, and we did a fair amount of soup kitchen work. We helped in the soup kitchen. We helped prepare food for poor and homeless people. Over the years, both my husband and myself have gone on to serve on a number of different nonprofit boards and volunteers for other organizations. So I was a volunteer for Mother Caroline Academy, for instance, which moved from Upham's Corner to Grove Hall, and provides education for girls who have potential but are at risk and who come from low-income families, and it helps prepare them for college. I sat on the board for a number of years of St. Francis House. St. Francis House is in downtown Boston on Boylston Street. It is the largest provider of services to poor and homeless people. Those services include basic things like food and clothing and medical care, but they also include counseling and training programs so that people can get back on their feet after they have been homeless, or maybe they have been in jail and need to start a whole new life for themselves, or maybe they've been addicted to drugs or alcohol and they're in recovery now. I also am currently involved with a women's alcohol and drug program in the city of Brockton. The Edwina Martin House offers 21 beds for women who are in recovery from alcohol and drug abuse. And we take referrals from the court system. We take folks who have come out of detoxes. Some folks, though, are just women just come in from their homes. They know that they can't get well at home, and they need to spend some time away from their families and focus on how it is that you stay clean and sober. And I've been on that board for 5 or 6 years. So that's we just find that work very important and to others and personally rewarding.
Yeah, I think it is important to see people that are in public service helping out with people that have less, right, and connect with them. And when that happens, people feel, okay, they hear us, they see, right, But I think when you're in public service and you're not connected to the people that you're actually serving, that it creates a vacuum, right, between you and those, right, people. Right. And it's one thing that Ted Kennedy did that really worked well, and I'm so glad that you're doing the same thing. Right. That people appreciate that. to see people who they voted into office, showing up, being part of their lives.
Well, I feel in this country, government is just an extension of community. We are the government, and so we have obligations to respect and help one another. And whether you do that as a volunteer in a private organization or you do that in government, I just think it's all part of the societal obligation that we have to one another.
Right. So tell me, for people who don't know, when is the primary election?
September 14th is when we go to the polls, and we will narrow down the 3 Democratic candidates to just one, who will then compete in the November election against the Republican and the Green Party candidate. I'm very proud of the people that are helping me in this campaign. Our outgoing auditor, Joe DiNucci, is one of the people who's supporting my candidacy. He believes that I have the right set of values and the right set of skills and the vision for that office, and so he's supporting me, and I'm very proud of that endorsement.
Well, thank you so much, Susan, for being on Afrik Express. I really appreciate the fact that you could take some time out to let the audience, educate the audience about the state auditor's office. Like I said earlier, is one of those offices that people don't really know what's going on for reasons you explained. And I think this is good that you're educating us and letting us know this is that the state auditor's office is a very important office because they are on the taxpayer side, and they are the ones that are looking over what is being spent and how our money is being spent. So I want everybody that is out there to go out there, pull out people, because again, if you don't get involved, you can't come back later on and blame people for not doing what you want them to do. That's right. But if you get out there and participate and vote the right people in, as you are listening, you heard what Susan said. When you get out there, vote for the best person. And again, I thank you so much for being on Afrik Express. The audience also will be happy to hear what you have to say.
Well, thank you. It's been a great opportunity for me. Thank you.
Thank you.